Hello everyone. For many years, even the 2 decades since Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 came out, there has always been a continuing discussion surrounding the possibility of Sega creating Sonic Adventure 3. And in reality, we are beating a dead horse because nothing has changed, but the discussion continues over and over and over again in the Sonic community, especially now as we await to see what the next mainline Sonic game will be. I have noticed so much discord on Twitter and the Sonic community in general for people always arguing that the game should not exist and people arguing that it should exist. But in reality, I'm on the side that Sega should give us this game at some point, one way or another in the future. Because Sonic Adventure 3 is perhaps the biggest Sonic game that has never come out. I think the biggest concern for the Sonic community is the name itself. Sonic Adventure holds a lot of weight. This is because of the legacy and power of Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 being among the most iconic Sonic games based on their Metacritic scores and overall enjoyment by everyone in the Sonic community. At the point of release in 1998 and 2001 respectively, when there was still a debate, if not a war, over Sonic vs. Mario. And most Sonic fans do agree that Sonic Adventure 1 and Sonic Adventure 2 are among the best Sonic games ever made. Which begs the question of why did they never get a sequel? So obviously not all sequels are created equally, and Sonic in general has not had that many sequels. The best example of a sequel gone bad is Sonic 1, 2, 3, and CD had its early success in the 1990s, but then for some crazy reason, Sega decided to continue the story with Sonic 4 Episode 1 and 2 in 2011. This featured a continuation of Metal Sonic's story, and an issue that many Sonic fans had was that they put modern Sonic in classic Sonic's world. And as we know, they don't really go together that well, and modern Sonic is best in his own 3D environment. Ultimately, Sonic 4 turned out to be one of the biggest busts for Sega. Just looking at the Metacritic, for example, it did get a 72, but there are a lot of mixed reviews and certainly a lot of bad ones here. Sega Made Me Cry, short and to the point, and Sonic 4 does not live up to the name. So obviously more important than that is the sales and how much did you make. So in 2010, they got 1.41 million units sold, and if you compare that to the very first Sonic the Hedgehog game that had 44 million units, Sonic 2 had 15 million units, Sonic 3 had 8 million units, and Sonic CD had 2 million units. So even the worst of those four games still did twice what Sonic 4 could do. So this is certainly a very big concern. Now some have also argued that Sonic Adventure 3 already came out. Sonic Heroes was the next mainline game after Sonic Adventure 2. However, it did not follow the adventure format in any way. However, there are a lot of people that do believe that Sonic 2006 was supposed to be Sonic Adventure 3.
I've been looking for you. You're the Iblis Trigger. Your actions will condemn us all. Who are you? My name is Silver. For the future of the world, I will destroy you!
And it likely should have been. The problem was that during the development, Sega decided to split off the teams into 3 parts to work on Sonic and the Secret Rings and Sonic and the Black Knight, leaving only a small skeleton crew to finish Sonic 2006, and likely costing Sonic 2006 very aggressively. After that, we'd have Sonic Unleashed, but obviously that was a boost game, and every other game since then has been boost game. So no Sonic game since Sonic Adventure 2 has perfectly followed the adventure formula. Now getting back to Sonic Adventure 3, because of its name, the name by itself would make it the biggest Sonic game and carry so much weight to it. So because Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 are such a long time ago, it's easy to say that it's just too late for Sonic Adventure 3. Well, I think that's a bunch of garbage. Simply because Sonic has been around for such a long time, and so many of these games are just alone out of sequence and out of order. It's gotten so crazy that Sega actually recently hired a lore master to try to tie everything together and figure out how things are canon. Well, it doesn't really matter at what point the game comes out. As long as they do it correctly, I still feel like they can fit it into the timeline and make everything as good as possible. And a good way that I feel that you could do this is potentially if you first have a remake of Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, and that will get people a little more interested. And then also, interestingly enough, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, when that movie comes out, that's going to get a lot more people interested in Shadow the Hedgehog, and in turn, people are going to get more interested in the Sonic Adventure games. Kind of the same way that Sonic the Hedgehog 2, when that movie came out, that got many new people, including myself, into the Sonic franchise of games. So the bigger question is, what would make a good Sonic Adventure 3, you might ask? Well, I think that we can take a lot from Sonic Frontiers. The formula of Sonic Frontiers should be the base for Sonic Adventure 3. The open zone is so perfect to incorporate into Sonic Adventure 3. Just add some better momentum and some better Sonic Adventure style levels into the open world. In fact, Uzuka-san said in a recent interview that he wants to continue the Sonic Adventure series at some point. And it's also interesting that the director of Sonic Frontiers, Moro Kishimoto, also shared similar remarks. Sonic Frontiers is one of the best-selling Sonic games in quite a long time, selling 2.5 million copies in such a short period of time. So this does show that their formula with Sonic Frontiers seems to work. They also seem to be using Sonic Frontiers, the 3 DLC updates, as a bit of a test bed to really see what works and what doesn't work, and if they can incorporate as much from Sonic Frontiers into Sonic Adventure 3 as possible, that would definitely help be one of the keys to the success of the game. Now, obviously, the expectations are very high for Sonic Adventure 3, and I do think that the mindset of everybody should be lowered a little bit, because no matter what happens, there will always be people that are going to criticize both sides of the game. And we have not really seen a 3D Sonic game that has fully lived up to its potential. Now, yes, Sonic Frontiers was close, but all Sonic games are not perfect. And there will never be a perfect Sonic game. But some common issues that can always be addressed would include the fact that many of them may have a lack of plot twists, too many glitches, reused aspects. Games like Sonic Generations, Sonic Lost World, Sonic Forces were low-budget games. Also games like Sonic 2006, Sonic Unleashed, and Sonic Frontiers were a bit rushed. So in conclusion, I have faith that Moro Kishimoto and Sonic Team can easily make Sonic Adventure 3 if they are given the resources and the time and have the creative desire to make a really good quality Sonic game. Sonic Frontiers is definitely a key, and they need to take as much from that as they can. But no matter what Sonic games are, there's always going to be the potential in the future for something better. So regardless of the next Sonic game, whether it is Sonic Adventure 3, a Sonic Frontiers sequel, or something else, I'm very much looking forward to playing the next Sonic the Hedgehog game. That's going to do it for this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and remember, you gotta go fast!